All right, my family over at Patron. Hey, good afternoon. PastorDowell here. Hey, outside of understanding, listen, you know just as well as I do, is when you start embracing the Bible, you start reading it, you start obeying it, it's inevitable you're going to have people that have no understanding whatsoever at all that will fancy themselves as your judges. They will begin to ask questions and continue to keep asking questions and ask questions because they in their own mind really truly believe there's something wrong with you. What you need to do is, if they question you, you should tell them to go do their own due diligence, study it out for themselves. Don't go read what somebody else wrote. Don't go read some commentary. Study the subject out for yourself using only the Bible. Then you'll really truly find out if they're really truly concerned for you because they believe that you're going off on the truth, or vice versa, they're concerned for you because they want you to not move away from the condition that you have previously been in because you know where they are, but they have never been where you are. I have never, in all my years, ever thought that I would receive the opposition that I receive, even still till this day. It's like a brand new bumper crop of people just pop up out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. They don't know PastorDowell. They have never met PastorDowell. They have never met us in the ministry. They've never been in one of our fellowships, but yet and still, they don't have any understanding whatsoever at all. They actually fancy themselves as our judges. They think that whatever they say, charges that they levy or whatever they say, they really truly believe that their opinion is valid concerning our lifestyle. Well, their opinion is not valid and never will be valid. And you can't allow people to continue to keep trying to control you because they don't know the truth. They're not even trying to overstand. They're not trying to understand or stand under the Most High Yah. They're not trying to. And so, if you want a peace of mind, preserve yourself, preserve your families from that type of tyrannical mindset. Because the people out here are operating by the same frequency, the same wavelength as everybody else in the world is. I mean, you know just as well as I do. Look how difficult it was when you started hearing the truth. The first thing that the devil pops up in your mind, in your head is how people are going to think about you. Well, that lets you know that there's a system already in place. But when it comes to truth, and if you're a man and woman of truth, you're unconcerned about what people think or how they think or what they say. You're only concerned about obeying the truth, believing the truth, living the truth, and doing the truth. And that's when you really truly get set free, is when you get away from the opinions of others. Because the opinions of others and the court of public opinion, it doesn't matter. Don't let anyone who is not even living 1/10 of what you live ever question you in your choices and decisions and your lifestyle. It's foolish. You can intelligently decline their invalid assertion towards you. You can easily do that. But I think the problem with Israel is that here you are on the right path. And too many times more often than not, we allow people to constantly bombard us with questions. You've got to learn how to do like the Messiah does. That's how I do. I'll give you an example. You saw me in a debate, right? All right. The floor was open for questions and answers, all right? And you saw when they hand the mic over to the associate pastor there, he starts asking all these questions and stuff. So PastorDowell, that's how he puts it. So PastorDowell, in that effeminate voice. And of course, what did I do? I turned around and prefaced his question with a question. And I asked him, do you paint eggs? Do you Easter egg hunt? Do you do all this? Okay, good. Well, you've already answered my question then. You see what I mean? And not only did you answer mine, you've answered yours. See, that's the wisdom of Yeshua. That's the wisdom of Jesus the Christ. When the scribes and Pharisees would come to him, and they would always question him, he would turn around and ask them questions right back. I'll tell you what, I will answer your question if you can answer mine. So get that ingrained into your mindset. Get that ingrained into your information center. Because it's inevitable. People are going to form questions, and they're going to question you from an unregenerated mindset because they're still plugged in to this system and they don't want to be unplugged. So get your mind ready. Think on it. Meditate on it. Instead of riding down the road all the time with your radio on, cut it off. Ask them, what day is the Sabbath day? Because the biggest thing that people will start harping against, whether you believe it or not, is the commandments. Answer a question with the question, and if they were able to answer your question, then answer their question. But you're going to find out that they're not going to approach you with too many questions that's too difficult for you. And that's just the truth.